Hi, my name's Jim Trunzo, and I'm the game designer for Gladiator Quest for the Rudis. I think, like all designers, we like to think that our game is a unique product, and in this case, I hope that that proves to be true. Gladiator Quest for the Rudis is actually part miniature, part board game, part role-playing game, and all of those elements, the best of all those elements combined. Going to do a short presentation showing you the high points of this game, and hopefully uh, you'll agree.
Gladiator Quest for the Rudis is an enormous 4-pound package of a game. It includes a 20 by 20 inch game board depicting the interior of a Roman arena, 16 unique gladiators rated in 10 categories, and almost 300 cards in total. The color, 32-page rulebook explains all the rules for using the 130 attack and defend cards, the 100 arena action cards, and the Fate and Summa Rudis cards. Each individual gladiator card is divided into 3 areas. At the top of the card is the gladiator's name, the type of gladiator he is, as well as his rank. In the middle are his 10 attributes, such as hit points, and his accuracy, and his stamina. At the bottom of the card is an indication of the armor that the gladiator is wearing, and the number of points of protection he has at each individual body location. Instead of dice, Gladiator Quest for the Rudis uses the 100-card Arena Action deck to resolve all action in the game. Refer to an Arena Action card to resolve any action, including determining who is in control, whether an attack hits or not, where an attack hits, and even where a weapon such as a thrown net may land in the sands of the arena. Though it's a little-known fact, gladiator contests of old had a referee just as many of today's sporting events. To reflect this, Gladiator Quest for the Rudis includes 10 cards of a Summa Rudis deck. These cards may be used by players at any point during the game to gain some sort of advantage or to stay a disadvantage that might otherwise affect them. Call it luck, or perhaps the blessings of the gods. In Gladiator Quest for the Rudis, players will call it Fate, as they use the 30 cards of the Fate deck to gain advantage large and small at some point during their battles. Use Fate cards to do such things as reduce damage taken, or perhaps inflict more damage when you wound an opponent, gain a flank, negate a trip or knockdown, or many other ultimately beneficial awards. Track movement and position in Gladiator Quest for the Rudis on the 20 by 20 inch arena board using the 81 counters that are included in the game. Here in this example, a Rotarius, in control currently in the combat, opts to move 3 spaces in order to try to maintain distance from his more heavily armored opponent. The Secutor moves 2 spaces and then opts to use stamina points in order to move an extra space to try to maintain a closer distance to his lighter armored opponent.
The essence of the game, like Gladiators, is its combat system. And we think that the fact that each gladiator has his own unique style, his own individual attack deck, defend deck, that those decks with the marriage of the arena action deck makes combat fast, fluid, more immersive, certainly presents a ton of strategic decisions for the gamer, and is a completely new system that gamers will really enjoy.
Each of the 4 types of gladiators in Gladiator Quest for the Rudis has their own unique attack and defend cards. Here in this example, we see a Retiarius attack card, a trident 2-hand thrust attack. At the top of the card, we see information about the attack, like its range, the accuracy, how much damage it does, the stamina it costs to use this attack. Below this, we see that on doing damage 4 or more, a Retiarius may opt to instead invoke some sort of special result. Finally, the lower half of the card includes critical and fumble results for using the trident 2-hand thrust attack option. Each of the 4 types of gladiators in Gladiator Quest for the Rudis also has unique defend cards from which they may choose. Defend cards are quite similar to attack cards, and here at the top of this Secutor defend card, which is shield block, we see such information as the range at which the defense may be used, then the stamina cost required to use the defense. Below this, we see a list of attack types against which this defend card may be used, and the amount by which this defend card modifies that attack attempt. Below this is other information unique to this defend card, including possible critical and fumble results. Combat resolution in Gladiator Quest for the Rudis involves a number of steps, beginning with determining which of the gladiators is in control. Each gladiator card has a control number in the upper left. In this case, Lucanus, a Retiares Tyro, has a control rating of 7. To determine whether he remains in control, we flip over an arena action card and refer to the control number. In this case, the arena action card has a 6 on the control area. That is below the Retiares' control attribute rating of 7. Therefore, Lucanus remains in control in this next round of combat. The next step in combat involves the gladiator who is in control choosing one of his attack cards from his unique attack deck. In this case, the Retiares chooses Net Toss. The defender then chooses from his available defend cards, which may be used against the chosen attack. In this case, the Secutor chooses Dodge, Right, or Left. With the attack and defend cards chosen, we then flip over an arena action card and check the card check area to see whether the attack or defend card will be used to resolve the action of this attack. To determine whether a gladiator's attack succeeds or not, we use the attack or defend card as called for on the prior arena action card. In this case, we refer to the Retiares' attack card of Net Toss, where we see his chance to hit is accuracy plus 4. As the Retiares has an accuracy of 6, his chance is 6 plus 4, or 10, in order for his Net Toss to hit. However, the defend card might modify the attack. In this case, it does. The Secutor's choice of Dodge, Right, or Left applies a penalty of -3 to a Net Toss attack. We then flip over an arena action card and look at the card check attack of 18, and we see that that is well above the Retiares' chance of 7, which is his accuracy of 6 plus 4 minus the penalty of 3 for an actual chance of 7. Therefore, the Net Toss fails. To continue with this combat example, now knowing that the Retiares has thrown his net and missed, we use an arena action card to determine where the net has landed. We draw a card, we check the space land hex, and we see that this one says 1 behind. So the thrown net lands 1 behind the Retiares' target. We place a counter there to note it. We then proceed to the next round of combat and first need to determine who has control, whether the Retiares is able to maintain control. A new arena action card shows a control of 19, which is outside the Retiares' control of 7. Therefore, he loses control this next round to his opponent, and his opponent may act first. Now let's look at a detail of combat in Gladiator Quest for the Rudis. Here will be an attack with a hit, and then the function of armor. Ferox, a Secutor, is in control, and has selected as his attack card Shield Blast. Lucanus, the Retiares who's defending, has selected Leap Back as his defend card. We turn over an arena action card and look at the card check category, and we see that Defend is listed there, which means that the defend card will be used to resolve the action. Lucanus' success chance on Leap Back is Agility plus 6. Lucanus has an agility of 6, so his chance is 12 on a random number d20 in order to avoid the attack. We turn over a new arena action card, and unfortunately, the result is a 13. Lucanus' leap back has failed, which means that Ferox's attack hits. To determine the damage done by the successful hit, we refer back to the Secutor attack card of Shield Blast, and we see that the damage is 1d4 plus 2. Therefore, with a new arena action card draw for a random number 1d4, we show a result of 2 for a total damage of 4. Then we determine where the attack was aimed. The attack was at the front, and Ferox aimed at the middle. Cross-checking under location on the next card, we find stomach. Then, referring to Lucanus's Gladiator card, we see that he wears a large, thick belt around his stomach, and that absorbs 1 point of damage, so Lucanus ends up taking 3 points of damage, which he must subtract from his hit points. Not every gladiatorial contest ended in death. A defeated gladiator could beg for his life, holding 2 fingers of his right hand up in the air as a sign of surrender and a request for mercy. It was then up to the editor of the games and the will of the crowd to determine whether life or death would be the fate of the fallen gladiator. At the end of a match in which a gladiator asks for mercy, a number of arena action cards based on the gladiator's performance are turned face down, and one by one they are flipped over to reveal either a let him live or a kill him symbol. The last of the cards flipped over is representative of the editor, the giver of the games, and counts as double. Total these up and see whether your fallen gladiator lives or dies. In our example, the fallen gladiator will live to fight another day.
We hope that you've enjoyed this presentation and that it's given you some concepts of what goes into the development of this game and the highlights of this product, Gladiator Quest for the Rudis. Hopefully you'll take a closer look at it when it becomes available in your game store.